All right, so we're taking this water heater out. We had a situation where it went to a wood burner. That's the heat coil that they were using to feed from the wood burner. Keep 180 degrees, and then it would go through another inside coil, and then it would come up and feed the water heater. They had a mixing valve. I think the mixing valve went bad, but as you can tell, this water heater is also gone bad. We're still going to keep the hot water coming through the boiler coil first, so it preheats the hot water heater, and then we're going to come off with the mixing valve again. Here, I don't have a mixing valve with me, but I'm going to put a ball valve in there and use that as a mixing valve. So you guys can take a watch and see how we do this. All right, so we got the water heater installed. I'll show you what we have going on here now. So we have this cold water valve. This is your main feed for the cold water, feeding the boiler, but it also feeds your hot water or your cold water feed to your boiler. So that's giving supply water to the boiler. So anyways, the cold water comes through, feeds, hits the shutoff valve. We put this one in, it goes through the coil, comes back out. We put another shutoff valve in here. The reason we have two shutoff valves is if this coil ever goes bad, the domestic water will overpressure this boiler from 15 psi up to 40, 60 psi, whatever your well is running. And that's not good. It'll start leaking and spraying water everywhere. So if that ever did happen, we could shut this off and you're able to run your boiler like normal. So water comes out, goes in, feeds into the hot water heater. We also have this shutoff valve. It's doing two purposes. One is to direct the flow for that way. The other one is if this water is too hot coming from the boiler, we can also temper it down to add some cold water. So if this is affecting the elements inside the water heater, I don't think it's going to matter. It didn't have any effect when I was filling the boiler, so I think we're going to just leave it that way. The same thing with this valve right here is to mix your hot water coming out of the hot water heater if it's too hot. Again, I couldn't get this to come up past 120, but the water heater will heat up to 120 degrees. So I'm gonna leave this closed, and if you're getting too scalding of hot water, then you'll just have to adjust this and then watch your gauge and bring the temperature to where you want it. So that's your hot water heater, and that's how these ball valves are functioning. So a pretty cool thing with this water heater, they give you push connectors with it already. That's pretty cool. That's a GE Real Max series. Comes with an 8-year warranty. Looks like a pretty nice water heater. They're a smart water heater. They got anal rod reset. Yeah, I don't know. Supply House is pushing these, so see how they are.